I could eat about 1.5 million of these. My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
You are about to listen to the Redhead Boy Podcast, available on Spotify and wherever you get your podcasts from. Now enjoy the show.
I got that Monday feeling, Monday feeling, Monday feeling, yeah, yeah. Monday feeling, Monday feeling, Monday feeling, yeah, yeah. Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of the Redhead Boy Podcast. And it's Monday, start of another week, and the sun is shining again. Get in. Super pleased about that. I think this week it's meant to start getting warmer, so it should be amazing, and we should start feeling a bit more summery, I'd say, hopefully, fingers crossed. So today, thank you for joining me. I much appreciate it, as always, on this show. And I apologise for the bleeding ears before they start. Hope everyone had a chilled weekend and is pumped to start this week. Now, I have an amazing guest on today, a friend of mine, a collaborator, a future BAFTA nominated actor, and that is Jack Stapleton. He is a good friend of mine and a fabulous thespian, as they say. Thespian. I know I was meant to have him on the podcast a few weeks ago, I'd probably say, but stuff got in the way. But I'm so glad to have him on the show today. So without any more further ado, let's dive straight into my conversation with Jack. Man. Well, thanks for coming on, by the way. It's good
Thank you very much.
It's good to get you on and everything, which is sick.
It's been a while. Can't wait.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been super exciting and everything. Everything's been it's been cool.
The new product and the new project up and running.
Yeah. Did you want to? I'll tell you what. I'm gonna chuck you a right curveball here and say rather than me talk about it for a bit, you start off and I'll see how you go. Yeah.
Okay. So what would you like me to talk about it?
I'll tell you what. I'll be nice and I'll throw you the ball first. All right.
Go.
First, for people that are not listening, I haven't even are not listening. That's fucking hilarious. I'll cut that out later. Jesus. People that are listening, loads of people around the country would have seen mine and Jack's amazing monologue that we did a few weeks ago, or last month. We shot it last month here in my place here. Thank God you guys can't see it right now because there's a massive pile of washing, literally behind the camera.
But you're just carrying on from the scene then.
Yeah. I have moved the shit and the trash off the sofa because it just gets in the way.
Oh, well, yeah.
So
I have to do something.
So I feel like we need to go back. We need to do some storytelling and go back to the beginning. Go back to where we are. I like the way I'm doing the hand gestures. It's fucking hilarious. This is me
all the way back.
All the way
back to when we first even met.
Yeah, go on then. Go on.
Okay, so
you start.
Yeah, I remember for me it was so I'm just studying my degree at Northbrook Metropolitan, which is part of the Greater Brighton Metropolitan University. And I said to myself, I need to get myself a show reel. I need to get some sort of material. I need to just to start somewhere. And so I went on to Star Now, and I come across obviously the Brighton Film School and a role they needed for a thug. And well, you know, coming from a council estate, I thought, well, that's perfect. Stood up, got this in the bag. But no, so I didn't really know what to expect, to be honest. So when I come down for the audition, I remember like just thinking, oh, like what if they don't like me? What if they're like? But I think I remember walking into it. And it's only what is it? What was the line? I actually had this the other day, funny enough, because I was reading back at it. Money, jewelry, now. That's it. Give me your fucking money, bitch. There we go. It's there in the end. But no, do you know what? It's such a different experience, because you don't really know what to expect, especially for the first time.
Of course.
And I was thinking, oh, do you know what? I'll only be there for about a couple of hours, but it ended up turning into like a 4-hour kind of little thing. And I loved the experience of the fact that, like, when you told me to come and like just be my character and like be in character, I remember the camera crew were just basically saying like, do you know what? I wouldn't go down the alleyway with him. Look at him. And I was proper staring them out as well, like, I'm gonna knock you out. So yeah, it was called Joe, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was very much, for me, it was very, I loved the experience. I thought that I remember going home that night thinking, oh, I'm really excited for this. Like, and I remember when I first saw it, and then obviously seeing the credits at the end, you see your name at the end, and you're just like, I'm one step closer. And it turned out to be really, really good. And
thanks, man.
It's just a shame that I couldn't make the premiere,
like script,
because I would have liked to have experienced everyone being there, like, and actually experiencing it. So yeah, and then obviously a couple of years passed before I finished my degree, and then all of a sudden, me and you kind of hooked back up and talked about another role, and it's great because the role itself for Darkest Before the Dawn, it's so relatable to everyone, and it's not just it isn't just a monologue to kind of set like, oh, this is a sad person and then he's trying to give you a message. For me, it's a representation of literally every single person and how they're feeling. And sometimes I remember I'm even after shooting it and people have seen it, they were basically talking about, like, literally messaging me like, Jack, honestly, like, that's helped me out a lot. Like, the fact that the fact that the people like messaging me literally continuously going, like, it's really good, Jack, like, because I'm a perfectionist anyway, and I'm not like 100%, like, I'm not 100% like perfect with how it came out, but I know, I mean, my acting terms, like, I loved the cameras, I loved everything else, but when it comes to my acting, I was like, no, that should have been different. That should have been different. So I had a lot of responses from a lot of people basically just saying, like, thank you for showing me, like, it's okay, just showing me that, like, it doesn't matter, like, how far you're in at the minute, like, there are escape routes, there are like places to talk to, or whoever who just was going to listen. And obviously at that moment I happened to be the person they like wanted to talk to, which is, for me, like, I don't understand it, but like the majority of my life everyone seems to think I'm the guy to go to like talk to, and I don't mind it. Obviously I don't mind.
That's nice,
because I love to listen, and like as an actor, like, I just love to like literally hear everything, because you never know what is gonna like influence you into the next project, or
of course,
like, you don't know what's going to come from different people. So I just had a lot of great fun from it. Like, cool, man.
Yeah. No, thanks for like telling me like the feedback of that. That's really nice.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
And that's the thing is, it does shock you a bit, doesn't it? Because you're like, I don't really know how well it did, and then when you hear this feedback, you're like,
oh, nice.
Wait, do you know what? Right, sign me up now. I am a professional actor.
No, that's Yeah, that's actually really touching. Actually, yeah, that's good.
It does, because it means also you've also got your message across.
Yeah,
You've actually managed to get people to listen, and we're not there to like solely have this in your face.
like
It's
Twitch.
just So it was a nice little roundup in the end.
Yeah, nah. I feel like when you're saying about like how you think you could do like little bits like better and stuff, and you said like I wish I did it in my own like voice and stuff. I feel like that happens with like every actor and every creative person, that they look back at everything and go, oh, that could have been a little bit better. I have a acquaintance or a friend from college, and he makes stuff, and like good for him for making stuff, but he thinks everything that he makes is like amazing. Like no matter what,
I find as an actor, the minute you think you're amazing, you've lost.
Yeah.
Because you've got nowhere else to go to. You've got nowhere else to inspire to. And the minute you turn around and say to yourself, I'm the best actor in the world, you might joke about it, but if you mean it, you're not. Because you're not improving. You're not looking at ways to progress. You're not looking at ways to improve yourself. And to be honest, it is luck in this industry. Don't get me wrong.
Most definitely.
If it's inside of you, you're gonna want to do it.
Yeah, man. That's exactly. You like pretty much took the words out of my mouth when I said about that. Like the people that turn around and think they're like, I'm fucking amazing, me.
Yeah.
You're like douchebag.
You're like, oh, you arsehole.
Yeah, and then they send you stuff over, go, look at this, mate. Look at this like shot. It's amazing. And then you look at it and you go, or you watch,
is it?
Or you watch the entire thing and you go, so what do we need to take away from that?
Exactly. And I find it's exactly that. It's like some people do put out some garbage. I agree. Like people, I mean, it is hard in the kind of climate we're at.
Yeah.
But some people shouldn't, basically, I feel.
Yeah. Well,
everyone deserves an opportunity.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Everyone deserves to have, because for me, my philosophy, right, is everybody can act. It's just becoming aware of your actions and how you use them. So for me, when people turn around and say to me, I can't act, I'm like, you're lying to me, because everybody does it every day.
Yeah.
You act at work, you act at home, you act to, I don't know, your friends, you act to your parents, you act like all these different personas you have as a person are acting. You are acting, like you are putting on something. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. They don't understand that you're actually,
no.
For me, you just don't understand. Like, it's great fun. Yeah, and I think when you start becoming aware of people's actions, and like for me, I don't do it all the time, but I know when sometimes I could be sitting on a park bench, and literally my mind will wander, and I will literally start watching people, and I'll be like giving them names, or I'll be giving them like occupations, and I'm giving them like roles, and then I'll just watch them for a bit. And I know it might sound like I'm an absolute psychopath, like weirdo, like sitting on a park bench watching people, but it actually does. It gives you, for me, it gives you more in depth of characters, because you can go, right, so that person there has a weird twitch. Why do they have that twitch? Why does that, like, or that person there, they look tired. Why are they tired? It's just like, and so in the end, we kind of you just kind of end up building these different roles, different people, and you can then use it and store it in your head.
Yeah,
it's like acting so much bigger than what people make it out. Like, people disregard acting as if it's easy, as if it's like you just turn up and learn a script and then
it's done.
You crack on with your show. But actually, you literally, the amount of research just to go into one role is absolutely like ridiculous.
No, I completely agree. I think, and you're not a massive weirdo, because everybody loves a bit of people watching now and then.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I like going for like a wander and like, you know, because everyone with this COVID thing goes on like a lot of walks and stuff.
Yeah.
And I like going walking around neighborhoods and like looking in people's houses and be like, oh, who lives there? I wonder what type, like, you know,
Exactly. You do.
like,
You just
what type
you
of
do
people
get,
live there, you know, and stuff.
yeah. And I
Yeah.
think it's great.
Plus, it gives you like they talk about like this in like film school and in like directing books or anything. It's almost
Yeah.
giving you like they name it like a tool bag or like a toolbox where
Yeah.
you like absorb information and then you're like, okay, I could use that. Like when you're saying about the twitch, you were like, I can use that twitch later on in someone else.
Yeah.
So I completely agree how it's exciting when you see somebody's like maybe odd behavior and you're like, oh, I'll take that.
Yeah, like, oh, that will come in handy.
Yeah. So if ever I write something and I see you, you know, going a bit, I'm like, all right.
It's all right. It's all right. It's just acting. It'll be back into the normal soon.
No.
I find though, it's also your like past experiences. I know, I like a lot of people are scared and afraid to kind of look at their history and look at like what they've been through and to like just shun it away. But I found as an actor, like everything I've ever experienced, everything that I've ever witnessed, like it's always going to be useful. It's always like you could be doing like that. I remember for that scene, the first half of that monologue.
Yeah.
Every time I put myself into that state, I would go over in my head and I'd say, Jack, you're worthless. You're nothing. You're doing nothing with your life. I put myself like into that thought process of like, I'm a bum. I'm doing nothing. I'm worthless. Everyone hates me. You shouldn't be doing this. And it starts to consume me. It starts to like, and that's how I get into that character. So like, you just think of my history, like of like going homeless. The fact that like how that felt me, how that felt me, how that made me feel. So I ended up like just literally, and the weirdest thing is it felt like 2 hours. I was crying for like it was just it's just in that zone period. And it's funny though because I like every so often I get distracted and then like I'd have you and Lawrence obviously talking and making me laugh and I'm like wait no I meant to
serious though.
Yeah. So like it's funny because I was like I'm really sad and then it's like oh wait no.
Nah, I think that's like an equally good thing to like highlight that for anybody that like works on a set or does anything like that you need to make sure that you don't take yourself too seriously. Again, back with the ego thing. It's like I've said to you and I've said to everybody that I've like since being like, you know, coming back from the dead in terms of like creative wise, I said, you know, I have a non-dickhead policy. I don't want to deal with somebody that has an ego that, you know, that they can't fit their head through the door.
Exactly, I agree. Yeah, so I find as well, like, so lucky for me, I didn't have that at university. But I remember being at college, I'd have like people who thought they were amazing. They don't even progress because they go into it thinking that they know everything. So that when they don't achieve something, then they just give up. And I found like the people that like have always just wanting to learn more about it or just intrigued about it, they end up progressing more.
Yeah.
Because the fact that they've actually like understood that it's not going to be an easy road.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing about this is like, it doesn't matter how much you love it. You've got to want it. You've got to like absolutely know that this is the thing you want in your life. You can't have a second question about it. You're going to like sometimes think, oh, is it worth it? But ultimately, when you've literally like, for me, I don't want to get to 50 years old, look back at my life and go, I wish I did that. Yeah. Because I want to live till I'm 100. So like I've got a long way to go with that. Yeah.
It's like and this man wants to live to 100 and die on set in a chair.
100%.
Yeah. Give me Jack, you're right. Excuse me,
I
Jack.
wanna be- yeah, exactly. You're right. I'm acting. No, I definitely do want to, like, and I think that's the thing about it is there is ways of making money out of it, and it is a long journey ahead where you're like literally just not gonna be able to do stuff you want, for instance. So like right now, like I'm not in the best shape, but in terms, and it's the weirdest thing about it, is everything to do with my acting, right, is progressing wonders, absolutely grand. But that's because I know that's what I want in life. That's the one thing in my life that I know that is my future.
Yeah.
The rest of my life is all diabolical. But hey ho.
But that's fine. Like one step at a time, sort of thing.
Exactly.
You know?
And I think a lot of people don't talk about this though, the life after uni.
Yeah.
And people don't realize it, like, because we've been in the mindset for 3 years of uni life, it's hard to come back to society, and it's hard to come back to the realism of the world.
Yeah.
And so like I'm in that process at the minute.
Yeah. I think I don't know if unis do this now, but I think they should do like a course or a chat with their students and say, this is like the shit that you're gonna have like the next year or 6 months after you've graduated, you know? Like first your confidence is gonna be fucking shit, most probably. You're gonna end up having to get a shitty job because you can't get a job right now. You know.
Literally. And so you just get to this point where you, like, I don't think, me personally, I don't think universities give you the help. Perhaps they should after uni. All you get from me, like, I got a phone call. Oh, are you in work? No. Okay. And that was it.
Yeah, I had that phone call as well. It was funny.
Yeah,
it was like
you kind of question it. You're like, great.
Well, thanks for that. Yeah.
Thanks for that phone call.
Yeah. Or like you look at your university's social media and they only share like the success stories.
Yeah, exactly that.
You're
and
like,
it's enough because obviously it's funny enough actually. That's exactly what's happening currently. So this girl that I've gone to university with, she's doing really well, to be fair, bless her. She's doing really well, but obviously she's plastered all over the media of the university. She's like, oh, our level 3 students done this and this, and I'm like, you haven't even asked me actually.
But the good thing, even though sometimes that stuff can bother us, I think the key thing to anyone listening is just be like, fuck it. Like,
it is.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, just do you. It is that. I mean, you have the initial thought of like, okay, but actually, ultimately, I do believe that it is about, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm doing this because I want to do this.
Kind of
attitude.
Not for like the
light.
Yeah, or like someone to go, well done, Jack, you're doing well.
Exactly. For me, it's acting's all about making a living doing something I love. I'm not looking to be rich and famous. I'm not looking to be like well known. I just want to be able to say that I can go and do acting and earn a living off it.
Yeah.
And that's literally the ultimate goal, just to literally be able to support myself while doing something I love. Yeah. And that's the attitude I think a lot of people need to realize, because if you're doing this to be rich and famous, you've got a whole little thing coming. Yeah. It's not about that. You don't go into this industry thinking that. You've got to want it from the heart. You've got to want it from like literally like, you've got to think whenever you go onto stage, you get this buzz, this feeling, this absolute grand, like, but that feeling you just can't get rid of or shake after you like the amount of times I know like rehearsals can be stressful, but just think back to all the times you've been on stage and you come off stage, you've just done a scene, you've got this buzz about you where you just like you just want to smile and hug everyone, kiss everyone, and just it's great.
Yeah.
But so you put all the hard work in, and that it's for that reason. Like for me, anyway, it's my moment of happiness, I call it, because it literally is my true, genuinely happiness at that point in time. Like there's nothing else in the world that I would much rather do than just act. And I suppose that's what a lot of people lack, is the inspiration.
Yeah. But I would also say that, like, anyone that's doing any creative or any career in anything, like anything, you have moments where, as you said before, you have moments where you have no inspiration whatsoever, or like no drive, or no, like, you know, or like you're out of it for the like 3 years or 6 months or whatever. That is completely, I think I've realized this, that is completely fine, because
it is.
that's your mind needing to take a break.
It is.
That's the same. That's the same with somebody taking 2 weeks off from their retail job, from anything.
The thing is, it's funny you bring that up, because obviously I started university quite late. So I say quite late. I was 23, 24.
It's like
about 24, about 24 when I started university. And everyone, the thing is, it's not like school. You're taught about, like, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do that, and you have to go to university, you have to do that. But in terms of time, everyone has their own time. Everyone's on their own clock, and everyone seems to forget that. So you shouldn't be comparing yourself to the people like your age. You should be comparing yourself to the old you. You should be looking back at you and going, right, so like that's where I've been. This is where I am now. Like, what can I change to make it better, or am I just doing okay? And I think a lot of creative minds forget that passion. They forget about the they fall into the society. They fall into that role of like, oh, this is a dead end job. You should just get on with doing another dead end job. And it's not about that. If you honestly, if you truly cannot like go to bed or wake up without thinking about anything creative, do not give it up, because it's part of you. And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, this is a part of us. We can't escape this. Like, it's always crawling back at us. It's always there in the corner of the edge, like, let me do it. And I think it does annoy me, because I don't think schools do enough to pinpoint people's strengths, kids' strengths. And I wish as kids we got that opportunity. But we'd have to reform the whole educational system for that. So
I'm not doing that.
Jesus.
I might preach it and ask for it, but I ain't gonna be the one doing it.
It's like, and over to you.
Yeah, exactly. Here's the ideas. You're the one sorting it out.
No, I would. No, you're totally right. You're totally right. I remember watching something, or like Martin Scorsese talking about, like, he's talking about his masterclass. So, you know, masterclass is like he did like one like a few years ago. There are so many classes on that like masterclass thing that I would pay for, but they cost a shit ton of money. So So but he said, like, oh, if you coming on, this is like the trailer to his like masterclass. He was like, if you're coming on to this class wanting to be a filmmaker and wanting to be like famous, like, this is not for you. He was literally like, if you've come here for this course and you can't spend a day, or you can't spend a day without waking up or thinking about how desperate you want to make that story you keep thinking about, then this is for you. And that's exactly what you just said, man.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's so true. It's so true. People's biggest mistakes is thinking that acting's easy.
Yeah.
That is the biggest mistake a lot of people make. And not just acting, but everything creative. When people think it's easy, you're in the wrong bloody job. Because nothing is easy.
No, no.
If
And
it's hard, it's worth doing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're proper like making yourself proper like sound proper wise right now, eh?
I'm honestly, I've got like the oldest mind in the youngest body. I've got
No,
like
it's cool,
when I
man.
shave my beard, I look about 21, but the mind's like 60.
No, it's good, man. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good that you know you know what you're on about. That's what's good.
Yeah.
That's what's
Yeah.
good. And
Of course.
that's why it was so good to work with you again, because I was like, and I said this to you when you showed up here, I was like, you know, I was coming back to this and I wanted to work with people that I like and enjoyed working with.
Yeah.
And I just want to say like thanks for that, because I know we had
It's all right.
you know that shitty little drama with Joe and all that and type of stuff.
See, that's what annoys me about. I'm gonna cut in here, sorry, because it does
All right.
annoy me. Like,
Okay, all right.
Like how it went down, obviously.
Yeah.
Because I've been taught, obviously, from my college levels, like that's exactly what you're expected of. Like that's exactly what the director's gonna do. He's gonna be like telling you, like, don't tell anyone. Like, you're gonna do this. No one else knows, because you produce the most authentic work. You produce the more true emotions. You like the naturalistic side of or realisms to the piece. And I think a lot of people didn't understand that in your course. I mean, I'm not saying they aren't. I mean, I'm not like, don't want to rock the boat, but I didn't have an issue with it. Like, for me personally, like, I didn't think it was a massive thing, and obviously it was only a massive thing until when it happened, because everyone was like, "Oh boy!" But I honestly, I didn't think nothing of it, and I was actually thinking, "Oh wow, I'm on a right professional set here, and I like that's what's going through my head."
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, man. No,
So yeah, but in regards to like obviously coming to work with you again, I obviously knew how you was going to work. I obviously knew that like you've already produced amazing stuff. Me personally, I think it's amazing
bless
stuff.
you. Thank you.
I'll
hire you again, I promise.
I promise I'm not bigging you up, but like, I'm truthful. I'm just being truthful, honestly. And obviously, like, you're one of the first people to give me the opportunity to actually do it as well. Who trusted me, and then obviously I do feel like I could have done the piece a bit different, but hey.
No, that's fine. Like, that's fine. As you said earlier,
I find, like, if you noticed my voices, so the first half is very much me, and then the second half I seem to turn into this queen talk. Like, oh, hello.
Like, it's very like posh phone voice.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, and also I see my diction go as well, which is really annoying. When I say lech, let's, I say lech.
No, so
but it was great fun. I really enjoyed the show. I really did enjoy it.
Thanks, man. No, I really appreciate it. So yeah, no, I really appreciate it. Thanks.
Yeah, honestly, and I do think this is honestly coming from the heart. I do think the more you get things out there, the more you put things on and have the kind of collaborative things going on, you'll get there, man.
Yeah, both will, man. We'll take each other up with us. That's what it's going to be.
We're the next Avengers, mate.
Give us, because we're not in it for the fame, but give us loads of money.
In it, we're not in it for the fame, but come on, spend your money.
Make it rain, bitch.
In it.
No, thanks, man. No, I've said this to I think I've said this to you in person, and I've said it to like so many people since working with you again and stuff. I was like, and to pull another like Martin Scorsese like reference, because he had, when he started out in the 70s and all that, it was him and Robert De Niro against the world. I was like, that's what I want our relationship to be. That's what I want, literally.
Well, we do it, man.
Like, literally, like, everything well, maybe not everything, because I'm not going to promise that. but like everything that I do, unless
you're always going to have me in the back of the head.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
exactly that. And I think that's I think as an actor, that's what we all always want to do anyway, is to make sure that when we go and do something, we've always got the interest of the director, because you never know, like you might need, a 6 foot guy, ginger, beard, handsome.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, because
you just never know, innit? You never know who's going to be the one to go, do you know what? You're going to be cracking for this role. And it could be an absolute, like, the next step. It could be the next thing to go to.
Oh,
but also, I'm also like you, though. I'm very much like, I do like working with people that I get along with. And I know that I'm not going to bullshit around.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand you can have a laugh. And we did have a laugh. We had a laugh and a joke. But when it means business, it's business.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the attitude I liked about it. It's like, we can have a laugh. And now it's like, right, come on, let's go on.
Yeah.
So
no,
it's also like about making friends, isn't it? It's like I personally would never have met someone like you, because we are just two, like on the outside we
completely
are like two different opposites.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But now, like, obviously meeting you, like I could sit down in a beer garden and have a laugh. Right,
sick,
laugh
man.
I
Yeah,
find you hilarious.
Oh, cheers, man. No, same. I feel like we'd get a couple of drinks inside us and be like, okay, mate, we got this like really good idea. Like, come on.
Do like that.
Go, Harry, go right now, mate. All right, I'll talk to you next week.
Yeah, exactly. To be honest, I think we could write a story about my life. Like,
yeah,
you want a feature film of an hour and a half long or 2 hours long?
Yeah.
Right. Get my life here.
Nah. But
little boy from
what? Sorry.
I was going to say, little boy from the council estate, growing up into being an actor. That's a cracking story right there.
Yeah. Maybe we do that like 20 years down the line.
Yeah. When I'm like Elton John, yeah. Let me just go and muck my life up a bit more first. And then 20 years later, there's me and you. We're a bit grey and a bit like more mature, and you're on the other side of the like audition table, and we're just like auditioned like little ginger kids. We're like, do you think that's you? Yes.
That would be so hilarious.
It would be hilarious.
No.
We've got to do it now. We've got to definitely do it.
Yeah. It's
20 years time. That's what we're aiming for. Yeah.
I'll put it in the diary now, shall I?
Yeah.
No, it's so good, man. It's so good. And just thanks for being like such a top man and so like supportive and stuff. And just being you, to be fair, just keep doing you. And as like the people that are listening, that's what you got to do. Just
100%.
keep doing you.
It's like a lot of people have got to remember, like you're gonna be hated whatever you do. You're gonna be hated whether you choose them or you choose you.
Yeah.
You've got to be you've got to be stubborn. You've got to be arrogant towards, like, not arrogant. Not. It's what I'm trying to say is you're allowed to work on yourself.
Yeah.
And that's the ultimate thing. People forget about that. People think that you've just like, as soon as you like get a kid or as soon as you get a partner or just anything, people lose that. And I feel like a lot of people forget who they are. And I think at the end of the day, it is about literally finding yourself in life. It doesn't matter about anyone else. It literally is finding yourself. And then when you are with someone, you don't change. You both come together as people.
Yeah.
And you grow. You grow.
Elevate each other.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what couples should be doing, is elevating themselves, pushing each other to the limits they feel like they can reach.
Yeah,
and
cool,
I think a lot of people forget about that.
Yeah, no, that's
including myself.
Yeah, and including me, and everybody will literally be nodding their heads right now and be like, "Yeah, I've done that." Yeah, and I I will keep doing that for the rest of.
Yeah.
But
just the thing, yeah, you're allowed, like, and I think a lot of people are afraid the fact to lose their friends or lose their family, or but you do. Honestly, you've got go and see that site, go and move to a different town, go and like explore the world. Honestly, you have to, like, you'll find yourself so much.
Yeah, because I think it's so valuable, and like I love this saying where they go like, we're not coming out of here, we're not coming out of this alive, so we might as well do what the fuck we want to do.
Exactly that. I mean, as extreme, you could be taking meth and like just.
But yeah.
I mean, obviously, honestly, yeah, go and do. If you've got that dream, keep going.
Yeah, do
and
it.
A lot of people that saying that just I found a lot of people don't have dreams, and I find it extraordinary how people don't. Like, I don't understand how people like wake up and just go, "This is my life for the rest of my life," and are happy with it.
Yeah,
it's mental. I don't understand how people don't have dreams. Like, you know what? You might never reach those dreams, but if you can chase the stars and then meet the planets, at least you've met something.
Yeah. And it's so good to have something to aim at, right?
Of course. And the thing is, like, one thing at school we don't ever like talk about is learning doesn't stop when you finish school. Like, learning stops when you give up. Literally, you are learning every day about new things, about new experiences, about everything. And I think the beauty of life is learning. Is literally just great. It is great. Get your head into that book, or look that up, or see what that is about. Like, just do it. Like, you never know what you end up getting into. It's just crazy.
Yeah, no, cool. I feel like that's a good end, that is. That's a proper deep and meaningful. Now we're gonna do the shameful. It'll be like, Jack, so where can people find you on social media?
Okay, well, they can find me at Instagram at Stapleton93. They also can find me on Facebook, Jack Stapleton.
And you can also find Jack on Spotlight as well.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Officially.
How did I forget about that? The most important thing is an actor, and I forgot about the Spotlight. I'm also on Star now, funny enough. So both those sites. Please have a look. Follow. I will follow back because
Because you know,
following.
You know who's top man.
You know, who knows?
Nah. Oh, thanks so much, big man, for coming on. I really appreciate it.
I'm glad to have finally been able to come and please you and the audience.
The audience, as he takes a bow without people seeing. Typical thespian. Be like, I'll take a bow anyway.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Nah, cheers, man.
Fair, in my head, I was doing it with my head. I was like, yeah, thank you.
Nah, cheers, man. Thanks so much. And like, literally, if anybody wants a proper hungry, passionate, and like future Rising Star BAFTA winner, come and hire Jack, yeah, because he's top man.
Top geezer over here, honestly. I could do everything,
and guys, I got the link to our latest our monologue in the link to this podcast episode. Go check it out.
Checking that out
and watch it. And go and see Jack moving his acting or showing his acting chops. And everyone keep their eyes open for the next one as well. So we got that coming out in the next
exciting times.
Yeah, it's cool. And that was Jack Stapleton, my jolly good friend and thespian to the stars. As I said, future BAFTA Rising Star Award, or even, an Academy Award winner of the future. This man is super talented. Thank you, Jack, so much for coming on. We have such a good laugh. And thanks for saying such wise and honest things about acting. And yeah, seriously, if anybody, filmmaker or video maker, needs someone that's easygoing and takes his craft seriously, and is an uber talent of the future, not even the future, an uber talent right now, in my book, this guy is going real far. Thanks so much, Jack, for coming on. I really appreciate it, man. And I look forward to collaborating again soon. The links to Jack's Instagram is here in the podcast. So go check that out. And go hire him. Go hire him. He's so good. Such a top geezer. Top geezer. And also, go and check out our monologue that we did together, Darkest Just Before the Dawn. Go check that out right now. And if you like it, please give it a share and a cheeky like and share it round. We want it to be seen by the entire planet. I think so far it's been seen probably nearly by 1,000 people. So we want it to continue. You can go and check it out on my Instagram, my creative Instagram, which is the link to that is in the bio, and also the link to the full monologue is there. And just in case you weren't sure about watching it, here is a little teaser of it. And so that's it. That's the end of the episode. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, you guys take care.
Can't believe we're in lockdown number 3. What is it for? I'm not even sure. It's all blurred into one for me. Though I can communicate through technology, this does not fill the void I have, or the longing to break free and embrace those I love.